My lord, in last hearing, respondent asked for 2 weeks' time to submit their reply. I received reply from respondent number 2 and 3, but not from respondent number 1, that is CIC. So I really do not know whether we should wait for the response from CIC or maybe.
Once respondent number 2 and 3 have given their reply,
Yes, ma'am.
then we will presume because. So, do you want to argue on this, or you want to file any counter to this reply?
No, I do not want.
तो start. Reply कब फाइल किया आपने?
आज किया
आज सुबह किया इसमें?
जी।
आ गया इसमें ना?
ये कॉपी है इसका।
कॉपी दे दी मैडम को आपने?
जी।
क्या?
मेल पहले कर दिया था, कॉपी
मेल मिल गया।
हाँ ठीक है, मिल गया ना आपको। चलिए बताइए क्या
इस-
कहा इन्होंने रिप्लाई में? पहले अपनी प्रॉब्लम बताइए, फिर रिप्लाई बताइए।
सर ये पेज नंबर 64 पे मैंने कुछ आरटीआई रिक्वेस्ट किया था।
एनेक्सर
पेज नंबर P3 सर,
P3
P3 पेज नंबर 64।
जी।
सर मैं एक छोटा सा इस पहले एक बैकग्राउंड बताना चाहूंगी कि ये सारा का सारा जो इंफॉर्मेशन है, this is all related to the recruitment that took place in 2000. I was also one of the applicant in that, and during that, one ineligible candidate was appointed. It has already been proved, and I was the victim because of that ineligible appointment.
जी।
And it has been proved in all the 3 levels, that is tribunal, Honorable High Court and Honorable Supreme Court. तो ऐसे करके एक तो मैं इस
ये
पे
कौन मिस्टर प्रतीक महेश्वरी?
जी my lord.
He was given undue favor at your cost.
What to say, sir? You know better. But of course, I mean, केवल ये वाला चीज इन्होंने CBC को एक रिपोर्ट लिख के दी थी, जिसमें कि ये लिखा हुआ था, they accepted that they appointed an ineligible candidate.
कहाँ है वो रिपोर्ट?
सर ये रिपोर्ट यहाँ पे नहीं लगाई है।
उसको लगा दीजिए।
सर लेकिन एक दूसरी रिपोर्ट है सर, जिसमें कि इन्होंने ये मेंशन किया हुआ है कि इनकी रिव्यू कमिटी ने जो इनकी जो सिलेक्शन कमिटी है, उसने MHRD नॉर्म्स के हिसाब से सिलेक्शन नहीं किया था।
कहाँ है वो रिपोर्ट?
सर ये है पेज नंबर 95 P13। Sir, should I read the?
Please.
Sir, I'm reading the third paragraph of
Yes.
this. During the review, it was found that the candidates who were not having post-PhD experience of 3 years in case of associate professor and 7 years experience in case of professor were not shortlisted for interview, which was not mentioned in the qualification communicated by MOEF CC wide letter so and so while revising the pay scale of faculty members of IIFF. तो ये इन्होंने सर इसके पहले ही वो कर दिया था, और जब मैंने फिर अपने रिप्रेजेंटेशन दिया कि ये डॉक्टर प्रतीक महेश्वरी इनएलिजिबल है, तो ऑफ कोर्स आई मीन एज द नॉर्मल प्रैक्टिस इन गवर्नमेंट, they kept dragging till I reached to CBC and PMO, and that was the stage when they found it very difficult to prevent this person, and then they came out with a report accepting that this is ineligible. And in their report, they also specified that the screening committee did a wrong screening, and also the personal section of IFM did not check the documents of this Dr. Pratik Maheshwari properly. तो ये रिपोर्ट तो सर इसके बेसिस पे मुझे मेरा मिल चुका है, लेकिन सर इसके अलावा जो और चीजें हैं कि अगर हम पॉइंट नंबर 1, 2, 3 और 4 ये वाले पॉइंट्स देखते हैं, तो ये पूरे प्रतीक महेश्वरी से रिलेटेड है सर। और पॉइंट नंबर 5 और 6 अगर हम देखते हैं सर, स्पेसिफिकली पॉइंट नंबर 6 अगर हम देखते हैं कि कॉपी ऑफ एप्लीकेशन ऑफ पोस्ट ऑफ एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर ऑफ डॉक्टर धान्या भास्कर एंड डॉक्टर निमय दास अलॉन्ग विद द डॉक्यूमेंट्स रिलेटेड टू
राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन एक्ट दीजिएगा।
So my lord, these 2 people, they also got selected during the same interview, during the same recruitment process. And since I got in depth into all these things, I observed, looking at their credentials, whatever is available over public platform, that they are also most likely to be ineligible, especially on the same grounds as that of Dr. Pratik Maheshwari. तो मैंने इन लोगों के भी copies मांगी, लेकिन इन्होंने इसको रिजेक्ट कर दिया, saying that this is private document under section 8(1)(j) and section 11. Very surprisingly, my lord, CIC ने भी इस चीज को रिजेक्ट कर दिया. मैंने CIC के 4 डिसीजंस लगाए हुए हैं, जिसमें पुराने डिसीजंस, जिसमें CIC ने बहुत क्लियरली मेंशन किया हुआ है कि all the documents based on which any candidate receives or gets a or becomes a benefit of such recruitment process, those documents are no more private documents, and section 8(1)(j) does not apply to those documents. And similarly, section 11 is not required to be revoked under these conditions. So
Right.
मैंने 4 ऐसे cases लगाए हुए हैं, my lord, और in fact
वो कहाँ है वो cases?
right. Sir, page number 80 से start होते हैं. So page number 80, P10.
P10, yes. P10 का relevant पढ़िएगा.
Sir, मैं पढ़ूँ sir, important point.
हाँ, पहले पैराग्राफ नंबर बताइए फिर पढ़िए.
सर पहले तो पेज नंबर 80 का अगर हम केवल फैक्ट्स पे जाते हैं, पेज नंबर 80 का applicant sought information about appointment details, educational
ठीक है, चलिए उसके
qualifications.
बाद आइएगा.
ठीक है, उसके
Relevant
बाद
पढ़िएगा.
सर उसके बाद हम अगर फाइनल डिसीजन पर जाते हैं, ये जो सर मैंने आपको बताया कि
Madam, you are wasting time.
सॉरी सर.
Be precise and be to the point.
So सर अगर हम पॉइंट नंबर 8 पे जाते हैं, पेज नंबर
Yes.
82.
हाँ, बताइए.
CPIO has the duty to examine the disclosure, and if public interest is invoked, that such information has to be disclosed by communicating the same to the third party. In this case,
ठीक है, हो गया, चलिए next case.
right. And sir, in this case, they have also specified.
P11 में क्या है बताइए.
सर इसमें इन्होंने एक DOPT नॉर्म भी स्पेसिफाई किया है, जो कि मैंने पेज नंबर 75 पे लगाया हुआ है.
जी.
सर वो वाला मैं DOPT नॉर्म आपको बाद में बता दूंगी.
अभी बता दी, अभी बता दी.
अभी बता दें. So page number 70. So this is a DOPT norm which was made in consultation with CIC and IC.
For come to the DOPT norm, madam, directly.
Yes.
Don't indulge in unnecessary details. That is wasting time of the court.
Sir, P6 point number, sorry, page number 75, point number 4, sir.
हाँ, पढ़िए point number
In
4.
order to reduce the number of RTI application relating to service matter, the
क्या हो गया भाई?
information related to recruitment, promotion and transfer should be brought into public domain promptly.
Now come to P11.
Right. Sir, फिर अगर हम next case में जाते हैं, which is P11, page number 84.
जी.
सर इस केस का अगर हम डायरेक्ट केवल डिसीजन पर जाते हैं, which is in page number 87.
Yes.
Sir, in this case, Commission has ruled that the present case information sought is clearly information on a public activity, which is selection to the post of this. Recourse therefore cannot be taken to section 8(1)(j) in providing information.
You are reading which paragraph?
Sir, sorry, sir. I missed to state.
ठीक है, paragraph 1.
Right, sir.
Right.
After 3 points जो है, sir.
जी जी.
So in the present case, information sought is clearly information on public activity, which is selection to the post of HRM on 13th and 16th September. Recourse therefore cannot be taken to section 8(1)(j) in providing information. CPIO is therefore directed to supply point-wise information to each question thought by applicant. So this is the second case of.
Just a minute. Just.
Maybe अगर हम sorry 89 में हम जाते हैं sir. Point number 6.
जी.
The Commission, after hearing the submission made by both the parties, holds that when an employee has been appointed in reserve category on the basis of caste certificate produced by him, the certificate can no longer be termed as personal or third-party information and merit disclosure, and accordingly directs the TIU to provide the information. My lord, although I asked for educational qualification and experience letter, but this is just indicating that any document which is used for getting the benefit or getting the salary, it becomes a private,
Yes.
it becomes a public document.
Yes. Now wait, please. Yes, Mr. Mishra. What is your stand?
My lord, my stand is that we have already filed reply mail and this.
चलिए, लिखिए.
as per,
Petitioner in person, Shri Dhananjay Kumar Mishra for the respondent. Next, this petition is filed being aggrieved of order dated 24/6/24, Annexure P4, passed by Central Information Commission refusing certain informations as sought by the petitioner under Right to Information Act on the ground that such information is hit by the provisions contained in Section 81J of the Right to Information Act, and so also by provisions contained in Section 11 of the said Act. Next para. It is mentioned in the impugned order that information related to third party cannot be provided as denied by the third party, and this information cannot be provided under Section 818 within bracket 1, another bracket H of the RTI Act 2005. Full stop. It is further mentioned that information related to third party cannot be provided under Rule 11 of the RTI Act 2005. Full stop. एक्ट का रूल 11 कैसे हो जाता है? एक्ट में रूल कब से है? रूल तो अलग से होता है. आपके CIC ये भी नहीं जानते कि एक्ट में रूल्स नहीं और रूल्स अलग से होते हैं.
Yes.
Shri Dhananjay Mishra admits that the authority which passed the order has wrongly mentioned Rule 11, whereas it is Section 11, and therefore he will communicate displeasure of this court to Shri Vinod Kumar Tiwari, Information Officer who passed the impugned order, that he has wrongly used the terminology of Rule 11 rather than it being Section 11. Next paragraph. The application which was filed by the petitioner under the Right to Information Act is annexure. आपकी
Sir, just a minute, sir.
annexure P3, which was P3 नहीं है. आपकी RTI
Sir, P3, sir.
P3, in which petitioner had sought following information. ये पूरा चार्ट बना दीजिए, ठीक है ना? Next. Petitioner's case is that in the year 2000, certain selections were undertaken by the Indian Institute of Forest Management for giving appointments to the post of associate professor and professor. Madam, सुनिएगा ध्यान से, अगर कहीं गलत हो तो बता दीजिएगा. Professor, and it has come on record and has been admitted by the authorities that the appointment given to one Dr. Pratik Maheshwari on the post of associate professor was illegal in as much as he was not having the necessary qualification, as can be seen from annexure P13, which is the proceedings of the meeting to review the recommendations of the scrutiny committee of faculty recruitment constituted wide order number IIFM/PERS/PSC-51/2020/165 dated 30th January 2020, wherein the committee, 3-member committee, has admitted that, within inverted commas, during the review it was found that the candidates who were not having post PhD experience of 3 years apostrophes in case of associate professor and 7 years apostrophes experience in case of professor were not shortlisted for interview, which was not mentioned in the qualification communicated by MOEF